Here we have the new and refreshed 2025 Ram 1500. This one comes in the bighorn trim level. We have the night edition package as well. This color is billet silver metallic. And then we have the black deluxe cloth interior. Pretty cool powertrain here. This is a 3.6 liter V6, but it is equipped with the e-torque. And then that all goes through an 8-speed automatic transmission. So can't wait to test that out driving. But as we come around to the front end here, really good job on the refresh, just making it look like the older Rams or the outgoing Rams, but still having its own kind of flair to it. I really like how they did the front fascia here. We have the LED headlamps, fog lights. And then as we come around the wheels here, these are gonna be 20-inch aluminum, and I really like the look of those as well. Now to the door panel here, we do have power folding side mirrors with blind spot monitors, which I love. And this one's equipped pretty heavily, so a lot of this stuff isn't standard, it just is part of a package. With power mirror controls, power windows, power door locks. We have the rear window locks there. Very good storage in the door panel here. And then over here, headlamp controls, electronic parking brake, adjustable pedals, power, so that's nice, we still get those. And then the switch for your rear 3-prong plug-in right there. There's the hood release. You get a manual tilt telescoping steering wheel. And there's our power driver's seat there. And we do get 2-way power lumbar support. So it's kind of early in the morning. Hopefully y'all can get a taste of what that interior color looks like. But I have that seat up front adjusted for someone of my size, being 6'3" with longer legs. So we should have pretty good leg room and headroom back here. I'd be surprised if we didn't. So immaculate space. Seat back pockets are on both sides. And then we have USB-A, USB-C charge duos here. That 3-prong plug-in for the rear seat. And then the rear AC vents are here. Bottle holders right in here. Fold the seat down, you get 2 more. And there's the view of the front from back here. Like that we get the heavy duty clothes hangers there. And then to this door panel again, we get a bottle holder on each side. So up to 6 cup holders can be used back here. So pretty neat. And space back here again is very good in terms of headroom, leg room, and then even hip room as well. And then for the seats, you can fold those, there's a little extra storage down in there. Fuel filler. Now, one of my favorite things about the new Ram is the back end. Again, just a slight refresh for the tail lamps, but I love how they did those as well. And you can see we have the integrated deployable bed step here, so you just slide that out. And then you can step into the bed more easily, and then you can just pop it back into place. But a big shout out to Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram Franklin here in Franklin, Tennessee for allowing me to review this truck today. I'll leave a link below in the description. Spray on bed liner. And there's that cargo 3-prong plug-in right there. So typical capability of the Ram that we're used to, which I really like. And here we have the manual front passenger seat there. And then side pockets on both sides. Lockable glove compartment here. Top pocket. We can retract and then just push back down. And then a quick look at the window sticker. Y'all can pause anywhere you need to take a closer look. But again, quite a bit on this truck in particular. That's why the sticker price is a little over $60,000. Well, let's go ahead and take a look underneath the hood. And again, a 3.6 V6 with e-torque. But next, let's go ahead and hop in the driver's seat. So nice leather wrap steering wheel here. That feels very nice. and a nice horn there as well. Now over here to the radio, lane keep assist can be turned on or off here. Hazards, 12 volts up there. And then we do have that 9-speaker Alpine sound system that includes a subwoofer. Now to the screen here, for audio, we get AM, FM, XM, Bluetooth, and we get that wireless CarPlay, and then Android Auto compatibility. AC controls are here. You also have controls on the side that you can use if you don't want to use the touch screen, but you have 3-stage heated front seats with the heated steering wheel. And then you can adjust your fan speed and whatnot just using the screen if you want to use touch there. So pretty neat. Navigation systems here. You can search, add a homework, favorites, whatever, and then you can use it. It's pretty easy to use, in my opinion. And let's go ahead and pull up the backup camera. So we do have the guidelines that follow you as you turn the steering wheel. And pretty good picture, I think. And then we do have front and rear parking sensors, which we can turn on or off there. Traction control is there as well. And then I'm just gonna kind of give a quick look at the apps here. So if you ever need to find anything, you have that available to you. So settings, you can go in there and then go to my profile if you want to adjust your units or language right in there. Mute button, volume knob, tune knob. It's a scroll knob when you go into the settings or something like this. Turn the screen off there. Wireless charging pad is down there. I've got my other phone there and it's working. And then we have 2 USB-A, USB-C duos there, and an aux input right there in the middle. And then here's center console space, pretty usable. You can slide that back. Storage, another 3-prong plug in there. And it's kind of like a stowaway, so I like how they did that. Change holders here. And then you have even more storage right in here. And it's kind of like a run through, so you can come all the way through to the front here. So I like the setup of that. There's a look at the back seat from up here. And then we do have a power sliding rear window as well. And controls are here, power sliding rear window for the tailgate, lights, and all of that. That's what those look like. Then sunglasses holder, garage door transmitter, vanity mirror. And then back to the steering wheel, blinkers, intermittent wipers are here, low, high, and then push in there for the mist. And then your high beams, you can toggle those and flash there. Now behind the steering wheel on the left side, we can go through track lists, radio station presets. And on the right side, we can toggle volume up and down there. And these 4 arrows we can use to go through the gauge cluster. So I love Chrysler's gauge cluster setup because everything makes sense. So in your speedometer here, and then your driver info, and then vehicle info, there's so much that you can actually configure so you can see if you want to have your oil life up, battery voltage, tire pressure sensors, or I like to have this up, just the fuel economy for the most part. Voice recognition, Bluetooth controls, and then we do have our drive modes, which I think is pretty neat. We can go through those here. So auto, snow, tow, sport, off-road. And then we have the actual gear limiter here, so we can toggle those there. And with the adaptive cruise, we can turn that on, or the standard cruise here, and then the gap adjust for that adaptive cruise right in there. Now for the shifter, rotary, park, reverse, neutral, drive, 4-wheel drive controls are there. You have full-on 4-wheel drive, auto stop toggle. Push button starts here. Finally, here is the key fob with remote start. But next, let's go ahead and take this 2025 Ram 1500 Bighorn out on the road for a test drive. So starting the test drive in this Ram 1500 with the 3.6 e-torque V6. When properly equipped, these things can tow up to 8,100 pounds, which is crazy. Just very good tow capacity. And on top of that, it's quick. So the torque that you get is right there. And even though it's a naturally aspirated V6, you do have that electric power as well. So you really don't feel like you're in a naturally aspirated truck, because you just have that upfront torque ready to go. And And I have a Chrysler Pacifica hybrid, and it kind of runs the same way. It's a plug-in hybrid, but the electric motors are there to really just give you that upfront oomph coming out of a stop. And it is nice to have. But overall, I really like the seating position I'm in here. The seats are very wide, I think, even for the segment, so that's impressive. Overall comfort, even with the deluxe cloth, is pretty good, and it helps that you're able to adjust the seat like I'm able to do with this 8-way power seat, having that 2-way power lumbar support included. So not bad acceleration. I just gave it a little push there. So not even really trying, but I have it in sport mode, so it just gives you that full-on power that you would expect. And it gets up to speed nicely, and in the sport mode, I like having the snappier shifts as opposed to the more smooth ones. And it kind of disables your traction control and all of that. So it's a neat feature. Auto mode will probably be the best for most situations, but it is kind of fun to have that available. So we're gonna give it a little pull getting on the interstate here and see what it can do. And no one's behind me, so I'm gonna have a little bit of space here. All right, here we go. So I really like the sound you get from the exhaust. It's not necessarily extremely muscular, but it is, you can sense the difference between this and being in the auto mode, which I'm gonna put it back into right now. Turn the adaptive cruise on. Now with this being a full-size truck, most full-size trucks these days, at least the half tons, do a pretty good job at having very good ride quality, and this one is no different. And I'm only going down one exit, but I have the active lane management on, the cruise control, so just a very nice overall package here. And even though it is in that 60,000 range, you do get a lot of options here. And with the e-torque, you get a lot of truck, I think. But I want to give one more big thank you to Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram of Franklin for allowing me to review this truck today. Definitely make sure you check them out if you're in the market for a Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, or Ram product. And I think the 25 Ram is pretty impressive for what you get. And with all that being said, this will bring me to the end of my review of this 2025 Ram 1500 Bighorn.